Okay, in this example we're going to create a quadratic model. Model is just kind of another fancy word for making an equation. And we're going to do this from a set of data points. We are not going to use calculated regression for this one. We're going to do this one by hand. And when I say by hand, I mean with algebra on paper. So here's a data set we can work with. And this could be from an experiment or just a set of numbers. But here's an XY set in table form. We want to create our model using vertex form. So A times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. So we need to know, change colors here, we need to know A, the leading coefficient, we need to know h, and we need to know k. H and k are the vertex. Okay, so when I look at the data set here, I can see the vertex. And I can see that this coordinate is the vertex, and how can I see that? Well, I'm noticing that this y-coordinate 1 has a matching y-coordinate over here that's 1. And this y-coordinate 10 has a matching y-coordinate over here that's 10. This is the symmetry you get from the axis of symmetry, and of course the axis of symmetry goes through the vertex. So I know that this is the vertex. So that means that h is 4 and k is -2. Now, not every set of data you're going to get is going to have the vertex just peeking at you right here, ready to go, but in this case it does, so we can use this method. Alright, so the next step is we're going to make our equation, or our function, and we're going to go ahead and just put in the h and the k. I'm going to make that plus a -2. I like to see it like that. Okay. So now I need to pick a point to be able to find a. But before I do that, let's just make this be a y equals. Sometimes it's easier for students to see how it works if it's a y equals and not our function notation. Okay, so here I have y. I'm going to change colors again. Here I have y, and here I have x. And then, of course, I have a, which I'm trying to find. So what I want to do is I want to pick some x and some y from the table up here. I want to pick those and put it in the equation. I'm going to pick the point 3, 1. And why did I pick the point 3, 1? First of all, it doesn't matter. I picked it because there's a 1. That's a pretty simple number to work with. 3's not bad. So it just seemed like it was a good number to pick. You can pick any of the coordinates and it will be fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the 1 in for y. We don't know a. And we're putting in the 3 for x. I'm going to go ahead at this point, oops, and make that a -2. Alright, now I have an equation with one variable, a, so I'm going to work this through, solve it, and find out what a is. Let's work it out. Using our order of operations, 3 minus 4, well, that's -1. Next line. -1 squared, negative times a negative is a positive, so that becomes 1. And 1 times a is just a. So there, I'm up to that point. Now I'm going to add 2 to each side, and so I'm now going to get 3 equals a. So that tells me that my a in this equation is 3. So now I can go ahead and write the equation, or the model. So I have f of x equals, the leading coefficient is 3, we just found that. So 3 times x minus 4 squared minus 2. And there's our model that we created, vertex form, using this method of finding the leading coefficient by hand.